Well, I got a little too anxious with planting my plants out here yesterday, especially with not having a plan on how I was going to protect them from the chickens. Yeah. Ugh. Chickens are smarter than we give them credit for. Yesterday, about 1 o'clock, I planted my garden, was all good. I walked in for about 30 minutes to cool off, came back out, and 2 of my plants were gone. And one of them I was pretty upset with because last year I tried growing sugar snap peas and tried 3 times to get them to sprout and failed. Well, this year I got 2 seedlings to sprout and they were doing really good. Oh my goodness, what was that? Hopefully that wasn't a wasp. They were doing really good. So I was like, okay, plant them with the loofahs. My sugar snap peas were one of the little seedlings that the chickens got a hold of. So yeah, I'm upset with them. My bad for not watching them and keeping an eye on them. I didn't cover them before I went inside. Of course, covering them didn't actually work, especially for my beefsteak tomatoes over there. My beefsteak tomatoes were one of the plants that they actually dug down into the dirt because it was covered. I had covered it. I had put rocks on top of the container. And the little brats were over here whenever I came out to check on everything. The little brats were over here digging. This was knocked over, and the beefsteak tomato was nowhere to be found. So, yeah. So if that's any indication of you got to actually really prepare yourself and your garden for protection against anything, not just the elements, but against critters. The cats like digging in the garden to do their business, which really upsets me, but I don't know what to do to keep them out of the garden. I'm a mess with it. On a good note, though, my loofahs survived. They survived the 45 degree night last night. I guess now they are a little droopy, but you know, your plants are going to be droopy when they're taken out of their warm environment inside and their nice warm soil and are brought outside into the ground. But they survived. A little droopy, but still green, not falling over flat. So maybe the plastic bag over the soil is doing its trick. And I also did that last night, and I put several rocks on top of the container just in case, you know, we had a good wind or whatever, because it did get really windy yesterday afternoon. But that seemed to do the trick, because apparently these things are tropical plants and they would rather thrive really well in Florida in a tropical environment than to be up here in the northern states where, you know, yeah, go over there. I'll punch your butt. Talking to one of the cats. Sorry. But yeah, so far so good. Just lost 2 plants out of what? Oh yeah, my bean plant. They had dug that up too. But I found it and I replanted it. It's a little droopy, but it's green, so it should survive. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 plants out of, so 14, 50. So I had 16 plants and 2 of them got dug up. Not bad. Oh, I also wanted to show you guys something else. Oh. Yep. Here comes the culprit. Milo! My plant does not need your stuff on it. Bad dog. Peed right on my plant. Little brat. Oh, they're checking out the... Yeah, this sprinkling system's pretty cool. I set it up last night. Left the water running. Guess they'd rather have fresh water come out of the hose than out of their bucket. But it senses when a critter's crossing your yard. I don't remember all the statistics to the thing, but it it squirted me last night when I was over there and was walking across the corner, and it turned on. It's supposed to be like a critter it's supposed to scare the critters off by squirting them. It's got a solar thing on it to keep the battery going. This thing is what detects what's in your garden, and it'll just turn on and squirt whatever is in your garden. I don't know if I can get, well, hold on a second. All right, I've got it hooked up. It does have a leaking issue right at the connection right here. Oh, it's leaking on the other side. I thought it was the connection. Oops, I'm gonna have to fix that. But yeah, I came out here and checked on it. And... Wow. Dum-dum. Okay, if that isn't proof that it works, it squirted right up my nose. My goodness, being a dumbass. Okay. That was proof that sometimes my brains aren't in the right place, but yep. Woo! I mean, not that the water wouldn't feel too good, but it works to an extent. But yeah, that thing. If I can find it again, if it's still available on Amazon, I'm still blowing water out my nose. Then I'll add the link for it in the description box below. I think it was a little pricey, maybe $35, $45, I don't remember. It's, I bought it last year, so. But if you're interested in it, you can go to my link. If you buy it through my link, I do earn a small commission off my links, but it does not change the price, the total price on your end. Yeah, that's just the update I have for my excitement from my chickens and everything yesterday. As always, God bless. I love you, and you have a wonderful, blessed day.